Hey everyone, it's Karen, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking about identify and self perception. Explore how changing your self perception can be a powerful tool for personal development, using examples like the story of Jim Carrey to illustrate the impact of identity. So let's dive right into this. Changing your self perspective can be a powerful tool for growth, personal growth, by alternating how you see your own potential and capabilities. As seen in Jim Carrey's life, where his earlier struggles with financial hardship were reframed as challenges he could overcome through resilience and belief. By focusing on authenticity and purpose, Carrie learned that true fulfillment came from within, not from external validation, and that facing his fears about being perceived negatively, even while being authentic, ultimately led to a more satisfying experience. This process illustrates how a shift in self perception from victim circumstances to the creator of one's own reality can lead to personal and professional success. The power of changing self perspective. Reframe challenge. Jim Carrey's story demonstrates the difficulty circumstances don't have to define your destiny. His earlier life was marked by financial difficulties, but he used his humor and a belief in his own purpose as a coping mechanism, and ultimately reframing his hardships as fuel for his ambitions. And then authenticity over externally validation. He recognized that his identity was not tied to external achievements or what others thought of him, but to begin true to himself. When he tried to be consistently funny for the sake of others, he felt disappointed, but when he was authentic, he found a more fulfilling path. Shifting from external to internal focus that allowed adding internal things to define himself. He discovered that his initial state was the more important factor. This shift in his focus allowed him to be more realistic when faced with rejection and uncertainty, and it made his success more meaningful. And lastly, embracing the internal struggle. Carrie's story shows that even at the peak of success, internal battles with depression and self-doubt can exist. His willingness to be open about these struggles demonstrate that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move forward and despite it, which is a powerful aspect of self-perception and growth. I brought this up because, and I'm getting a little emotional too, because Jim Carrey is, first off, hands down, one of the best person alive. Him, and I can't think of the other guy's name right now, but he plays John Wick. I'm really bad, and sorry that I don't know your name at the top of my head. However, I brought this up because I feel like he really, in his talk, throughout this whole perception thing of who you are, and don't let the world change you, all that type of stuff. I'm only crying because I didn't listen when I was growing up. I did let the world change me, and I am now currently in the state of relearning who I am. Because I've also dealt with the same struggles as he has, a little bit of the depression, self-doubt, blah, 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 as you're still working for a better life, better you, better everything. And I want to bring that up because I'm currently doing that. I want to show that you can go through your own struggles and still come out on the top. You just, as long as you focus on yourself and what makes you happy, that's all that you need. You don't need to be validated by others. You don't need anything else. You need nothing but positivity in your life and smiles and laughs and all the achievements that you want to have. Because the more you achieve, the more likely you're to be happy and not have self-doubt. So like I said, make sure that you go check out his video. If I can, I'm going to drop it down in the comments below. So what I was trying to get at with this video was self-doubt. Stop. You can do this. I promise. Just as I keep getting told, get out of your head and stop worrying, stop stressing, stop doing all this, and just be happy. Just be you. And I'm trying to do that again because I was at one point happy and everything, and then life just took me for a roller coaster ride, and now I'm getting back on my feet, and it is amazing. I promise. Don't worry. Seriously, things will always be better. So I hope that you had learned something, and if you have any self-doubt issues or anything that you want to talk about, please let me know. And thank you for joining. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.